Like a hurricane that hits without warning, Donald Trump has swept through global politics and changed the game forever. From billionaire tycoon and reality TV star to disruptive president and leader of a movement that shook the foundations of the system, he is a figure who arouses love and hate in equal measure. Who is Donald Trump really? A brilliant strategist, a master manipulator, or an agent of chaos who defied everything and everyone to rewrite the rules of power? This and much more you will see in this video. Before that, subscribe to the Financial Revolution channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything about content that will change the way you see life. Donald Trump is a figure who divides opinions like few others in modern history. A billionaire businessman, he built an empire in the real estate sector before becoming a television celebrity with his reality show The Apprentice. In 2016, he defied all expectations by winning the United States presidential election, breaking the mold of traditional politics. His policies and statements have sparked heated debate, with some hailing him as a courageous leader who stood up to the establishment, while others see him as a polarizing figure whose actions and words have fueled social tensions. Love him or hate him, it is impossible to ignore the influence that Donald Trump has had and continues to have on global politics. Donald Trump is a name that resonates far beyond the borders of the United States, carrying both praise and controversy. As a billionaire, his brand has spanned from luxurious skyscrapers to casinos and golf courses around the world, reflecting an opulent and audacious lifestyle. In politics, his direct and unconventional approach has challenged established norms, winning him a loyal base of support who see him as a defender of American values and national sovereignty. But his critics argue that his rhetoric and decisions have created deep divisions and called democratic values into question. From business icon to political leader, Donald Trump is a figure that leaves few indifferent, provoking both admiration and outrage. Donald Trump is a complex and multifaceted figure whose presence has dominated global media for decades. He began his career in business by inheriting and expanding his family's real estate empire, but his true fame came when he reinvented himself as a media celebrity, always seeking to be in the spotlight. In politics, Trump arrived as an outsider, promising to drain the swamp in Washington and challenging both Democratic opponents and established figures within the Republican Party itself. His fiery speeches and combative style have made him a voice that cannot be ignored, inspiring a populist movement that has redefined political debate in the United States. To some, he is an agent of change, to others, a chaotic and divisive force. But in the end, Trump is always unpredictable and impossible to pigeonhole. Donald Trump did not follow the traditional path to success, he forged his own. Starting out as a real estate entrepreneur, he has transformed his name into a global brand associated with luxury and grandeur. However, his journey took a dramatic turn when he moved from business to politics, shaking the foundations of the American establishment. Trump was not content to be just another leader. He became a symbol of a movement that questions the status quo and challenges norms. His supporters see him as a hero who gave voice to millions of forgotten Americans, while his critics see him as a leader whose policies and direct style caused profound ruptures in the social and political fabric. His history is marked by surprising victories and a constant willingness to break barriers, both in the business world and on the global stage. Donald Trump entered politics like a whirlwind, revolutionizing the way campaigns were run and how government was run. Known for his blunt rhetoric and his ability to challenge political correctness, he positioned himself as the voice of those who felt neglected by the traditional political system. Trump turned politics upside down with his disruptive approach, using social media as a powerful weapon to communicate directly with his followers and bypass the mainstream media. His presidency brought a series of dramatic changes to immigration, trade, and economic policies, as well as a foreign policy strategy based on direct and unpredictable negotiations. For some, he brought renewed energy and a new way of doing politics. For others, he left a legacy of polarization and conflict. Either way, Trump remains a figure who transformed modern politics. Donald Trump is undoubtedly a master at manipulating the narrative to his advantage, whether in business or politics. His ability to control media attention and dictate the pace of public debate is something few can match. While some consider him a brilliant strategist who uses his provocations and controversial statements as tools to divert attention and influence the masses, others see him as an impulsive leader who acts according to his instincts and momentary interests. Trump walks the line between calculated strategy and explosive spontaneity, always keeping his critics and supporters on the defensive. This talent for transforming crises into opportunities and controlling the global stage with his words and actions is what makes him such an intriguing and polarizing figure. Donald Trump has become the leader of a movement that has redefined American politics. In an era marked by distrust of institutions and frustration with the traditional political class, his direct and combative leadership style has appealed to millions who felt forgotten or left behind by the political and economic elites. For his supporters, he embodies a fight against corruption and Washington bureaucracy, challenging the established order in favor of the common citizen. On the other hand, his critics accuse him of exploiting these divisions to strengthen his power and expand his influence. As president, Trump has not limited himself to the traditional political script. He has challenged global alliances, redefined economic priorities, and adopted a confrontational stance that has shaken up the international scene. His pragmatic and results-oriented approach has led many to see him as a leader capable of making difficult decisions, even if they polarize opinions. While some applaud him for his firm stance and his fight for a stronger and more independent America, others criticize the impact of his policies on the domestic and global scene. His trajectory is proof that he does not fit into simple labels, being a figure who always provokes strong reactions on any side of the political spectrum. What will his position be regarding the economy, a somewhat sensitive and urgent issue for Americans? Subscribe to the Financial Revolution channel and don't miss the next episode of the series, Trump, the Rebirth.